Greetings, Aries, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here and for tuning into this reading. Today, we're going to be looking into the cards, how your person currently feels about you, how they see you, and other important insights. For cross-watchers, the roles may be vice versa. And please also check your other signs, Aries, for important messages, okay? Thank you so much for all your support, and without further ado, let's begin. Spirit angels, we ask for insights and guidance for Aries and their person. How do they truly feel towards Aries at this time? How do they see Aries? How do they feel towards Aries at this time? Alright, let's see. Starting with the King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Lovers, bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords, the Hierophant, King of Swords. So first thing that I picked up here, Aries, you and this person are not communicating with each other at this time. But they have been thinking a lot about you, over past things as well that happened. Also, I'm picking this energy of lost opportunity or missed opportunity. Someone is being hard on themselves right now because they feel they missed the opportunity to be with you. And I'm getting blaming oneself. They're being too hard on themselves right now. We have Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Cups. They're currently in a state of limbo, not taking action, being very passive about this. But it's weighing heavy on them. This is a very heavy energy with 10 of Wands. You know, they think about this every day. There's a feeling of restlessness. Now with the Five of Swords, there may also be some feelings of bitterness, Aries. Now this may not resonate for all. If you already have somebody new in your life or have moved on into a new relationship, this could be why there's feelings of bitterness. Somebody's also upset that you're moving on very fast. That you may have met someone who's more mature, wiser, older, and this person is looking back. You know, I feel like someone is comparing themselves as well. Why you chose the other person. They're tormenting themselves here with Nine of Swords, okay? Now this is all something that they're keeping within. King of Cups may have a tendency to pretend like everything is a-okay when it's not. I'm getting that they're not really very open about these feelings, about these thoughts to anybody else. But they also turn to escapism. There could be drinking as well here, Aries. Alright, they turn into escapism. They tend to be lost in their own fantasy as well because it's so hard to deal with this in reality. I see a lot of sleepless nights as well with Knight of Swords, even some feelings of guilt. Okay? This bitterness may also be because they're blaming themselves for not taking action when the opportunity was there, Aries. The Lovers and the Nine of Swords. Some of you are dealing with someone who may also be constantly jealous or envious. Somebody that may have been so possessive, Aries. There's a lot of need for self-love at this time. You see, when this person enters relationship, they truly give it their all with 10 of Wands. So oftentimes their sensitivity levels could be also very high. They tend to be very jealous if you talk to other people. They have a very wide imagination with King of Cups and Nine of Swords. That's also what I'm getting here. They overthink things too much. This could also be some trust issues. Alright, and this might have been a heavy burden on you as well because you constantly need to reassure this person. So we have the Hierophant here, which means commitment. Some of you, you're very committed to this person. Alright, but the third party in this relationship may have had their trust issues or their tendency to be very unpredictable with their emotional state. They tend to overreact over little things and lose objectivity. But this is not because they are someone that despises you or gets angry with you, Aries. I feel like the jealousy is stemming from because they truly have feelings for you. You know, and there's a fear of losing you, losing the connection which again boils down to more self-love and confidence. This King of Cups, I feel like you are drawn to this person because they're very artistic. They have a very sympathetic side, sincere and caring. Okay, but when they're out of balance, Aries, they can get very confused, is what I'm saying. Or as a lover, they do have a lot of intense feelings that may be perceived by you as quite emotionally exhausting or demanding, because that's the Ten of Wands, okay? Four of Cups, they feel very down at this time, Aries. They're holding on to something, they're suppressing these feelings instead of communicating this with you or with other people that can give them a piece of advice. The King of Swords and the King of Cups, somebody needs to balance mind and heart. Sometimes their emotions can make them lose objectivity. So for some of you, there could also be another person helping this person out right now, like a spiritual mentor, a teacher, a counselor. All right, because with Nine of Swords, again, they're coming into grips with their fear and guilt. This is too much. I feel like this person is regretting that they pushed you away, Aries. And no advice or consolation is cheering this person up. But if they do continue to dwell in this kind of mindset of blaming themselves, of dwelling too much in the past, they may run the risk of falling into the state of limbo with Four of Cups. On some definition, the Four of Cups may be seen as even tormented emotional states where sadness is starting to sink in, self-pity, even depression. May not be clinical, but prolonged feelings of sadness, okay, that is already impairing their ability to focus on work, not being able to perform very well, and can also be hurting others around them. You know, that's the King of Cups. They constantly need support from others to balance their energies out because they tend to hurt others and hurt themselves in the process. Justice, definitely some balance is needed here. This person may be working on themselves now or working on getting back to a place of alignment. Again, somebody could be assisting them. Some of you, you may have assisted this person in the past, but in the process of trying to sort them out or fix them, Aries, you may have also ended up burdening yourself, is what I'm getting here. Now, that may not resonate for all, okay? But I'm getting their jealousy. It's an issue, most definitely, because you want a partner who's very trusting. Okay, because trust is a very important foundation in any relationship. There might have been a lot of constant argument, quarrel, okay, or you always feeling the need to reassure this person. This Five of Cups is saying that they try to sink in states of sadness for long periods of time. This is something that they have to sort out with themselves, okay? Again, turning into escapism is not the solution. Lashing out on other people is not the solution. A lot of self-love is needed. You feel like this person taught you a lot, Aries, or that you taught them a lot, because the Justice card here may mean karmic lessons, being fully aware of one's patterns, cutting what is no longer serving you. Now, on a different message, it might also be, Aries, that you found out this person was keeping some things from you. There's a secretive nature. Nine of Swords and Justice card, and you found out the truth, or you finally are realizing who you're really dealing with and the core issues here. Someone may have even tried to blame things on you when they were not happy, or when they tend to do things out of character, Aries. I get that somebody's been very critical or tend to blame you, tend to get jealous easily. But then, time to really say the truth, okay? The Justice card is saying to be called for or account for actions. This is all about time for severity, for discipline, for saying no, for removing something, you know? It's all about honesty, integrity. You may have always been very compassionate and understanding of this person, but they also need to be fair with you and fair with themselves. Now, let me just pull some mixed emotion cards here. How is this person currently feeling towards Aries? Now, if you have already cut this person out of your life or ended things, for them it's not over. They're still carrying this attachment towards you, Aries, and it's definitely affecting their life, okay? They are still mourning over this relationship. There is a desire to reconcile and reconnect. To them, they're just taking a pause and perhaps thinking about the best approach. So I'm getting here, Aries, you may have also felt guilty over ending things with this person. I don't know, for some reason. Because the Five of Swords can be seen as, wanting to get the upper hand or somebody wanting to prove a point. Somebody may have even told you that if you end things with them, this is what they're going to do. There might have been some manipulation here or emotional manipulation. Their emotions can get pretty erratic and it tends to take over them. Hopeful. Yes, somebody's optimistic, hopeful, or expectant, They both can rebuild this connection or start again. Regretful. So there you go, Aries. Somebody's very sorry for pushing you away. Okay, but they're also still very optimistic that you both are not completely done and over. There's remorse here over how they acted, how they behaved. But I'm also getting, Aries, that there's changes that they want to happen. It needs to be consistent, more or less. Because I feel like they're still in the process of realignment or healing themselves. It's saying here that you both are just taking a break. And if you go back now, the same patterns may still resurface. The changes may not happen overnight. It could be that you have already done your part and they need to seek help, Aries, either professionally or just help themselves as well. They cannot continue to behave the way that they've done in the past. Let's see. Receptive. Yes, be open for healing. Be welcoming of other people's help. Let's clarify some cards here. Spirit, clarify the Hierophant, Daughter of Pentacles. For some of you, this person and you may have children, or that they already have been married in the past. This could also be a call to heal their inner child. This person, they need to learn some boundaries once again because they tend to give too much in relationship. And they need to focus on their inner child. Three of Swords. There might have been something that happened in their childhood as well, Aries. This may not resonate for all. Okay, there's a wound, an emotional wound that they haven't fully healed. And they need to continue to confront those pains, those wounds, and plant new seeds of being, of ways of relationship. They cannot keep living in the past. There might have been a fear of abandonment as well. Somebody is they can be controlling, possessive because they fear being left alone, being abandoned, Aries. A lot of things happening here. Yes, family with Ten of Pentacles. Some family issues. Making them feel out of balance sometimes with their emotions. Okay? But I feel like they're seeking reconciliation and they're very regretful for pushing you away or burdening you. They are trying to get back in alignment. Perhaps opening themselves up to community, friends, family, or even professional to get back in that place of alignment, balance. What is your message for Aries at this time, please, Spirit? What is your message for Aries at this time? Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experience love. Okay, it says here, reflect on a time when you experienced love. Thinking of loving moments will enable you to open your heart. Drawing on a memory of love reopens and heals your heart to receiving love. It is important to keep your heart light on and broadcast your love out into the world. Discover ways to convey extra love to each person in your life. The world is always reflecting your thoughts about yourself and those around you. If you think the world is a positive and loving place, that will be what you experience most of the time. Getting back to a place where you believed in love will bring more love back to you. A picturesque woman faces the future with a hand placed over her heart as she recalls a tender memory. The feathers adorning her hair are a message of love. It may be that someone or something is trying to reach out to you Feathers may prompt you to understand that infinite people cherish you. Breathe into your heart and imagine its light is a beacon that calls you to those you love. So I feel like this goes for the person that you are dealing with, okay? To heal and reflect on a time that they have truly experienced love. Because if they see the world as a place that will just continue to hurt them, that is also the reality that they are creating. They need to go back to a place where they believed in love, okay? They believed in themselves and that they love themselves. Because their ability to give love and trust towards others, is also a reflection on their ability to give to themselves first and foremost. So that is what I'm picking up for your reading, Aries. Please take only what resonates and leave out what doesn't. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I'm sending love and light, and namaste.